Welcome to Be Somebody. Have you ever thought, why is it so hard to make friends as you grow up? What does it mean to have a true community in real life, day to day, as someone with a busy schedule? It's okay to cancel plans if you're tired, but when does that start becoming an excuse? Building community isn't always convenient, and it's rarely ever perfect. If you feel this way, well, I do too. So let's talk about it.
Welcome to another episode of the Be Somebody podcast.
Be Somebody podcast.
I'm Enrique.
And I'm Amadeo. Hey, welcome to everyone who's listening to the podcast for the very first time. Really appreciate everyone taking the time to join us today. And welcome back to those who have been listening for quite a while. Be Somebody. If you're brand new, Be Somebody is a global community of people just like you who are chasing their dreams and supporting each other all along the way. So today, that is a platform for positivity. It is a network of enthusiasm. And ultimately, it's about living a life that you're proud of and realizing that you have the power to make positive changes in your life.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And welcome to the community. We open you with open arms. And it's so funny. We're talking about this. And speaking of community, it's to the point where in my life, more people in my personal life are starting to listen to the podcast. And I've been having interesting conversations with people where they're first and foremost kind of like, oh wow, you have a podcast. And then I tell them the mission behind it, and so they're like, oh wow, that makes so much sense of why you would do that. Yeah, I love to support any way I can. So anyone that's listening, I see you.
We see you. Shout out you. We appreciate your support.
Yeah, thank you for your support.
'Cause we've been doing this for 7 years, dude.
Yeah,
It'll be 7. It'll be 7 years this year.
Insane.
Of course, inconsistently.
But this year we've been consistent so far, and we will be.
So far, we're continuing the generational run that we've kicked off.
And I don't want to jinx anything, but I think we're approaching the end of the first quarter almost.
The first quarter of the year, dude.
First quarter of the year, and we've been consistent.
Posting every single week.
That's an accomplishment that we can pat ourselves in the back.
And we've seen the growth.
We've seen the growth.
We've seen the results. And that's, as small creators right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As small creators right now, I've heard like the toughest thing is like you're waking up the next day and seeing that nothing has really changed.
Mm-hmm.
Or like one thing. I got an extra follower. I got an extra like. But whatever that might be, it is still meaningful because you're still making an impact.
Totally.
Regardless if it's small. Might be small, I guess, on paper.
Yeah, but I think so much of the numbers is just one thing, but, we can't talk about all the messages we've gotten about people that have listened and things that we've said that has impacted them. But to me, I feel like that speaks so much more volumes than just a number on some webpage.
Exactly. The super nice DMs that we've gotten already from people who've listened to the community episodes, who've shared their stories with us, and who have also just let us know what they think. Totally. This helped me. Oh, I didn't think about it like that. So that was really cool to see, to hear. So I appreciate that. Or even just, roasting. roasting an opinion that we got. But that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
And so simply, we're just here to encourage one another.
Exactly.
We're here to go after what we want to do, the differences that we want to make in our lives. We encourage you to do the same, to join us on this journey. And we're doing it. Yeah.
Join us.
One like at a time.
And one like at a time. And first and foremost, it's also an excuse for Amadeo and I to hang out because,
dude, this has probably been like the most we've hung out consistently.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm honestly kind of annoyed at Amadeo the amount of time I talk to him and see him. I've had it up to here.
It's kind of the point where I'm just so sick of coming here all the time.
That's sarcasm for anyone to understand.
Now we gotta now we gotta find a new solution for a new studio, a new. I don't know, man. I'm kind of just Our commute. Meanwhile, you got no commute.
I know how I be hanging out here, huh? Just chilling. But anyways, man,
it's cool that people are reacting positively to the podcast because I haven't really gone out there that much, and like been telling people about it, and not quite yet.
Totally.
But it's just fun to see.
Right. I'm a big person that preaches on getting constructive criticism. So I've actually sent it to people asking for advice, like what do you think about this or that, just to get opinions. And this is me kind of opening, if anyone wants to send us a message of things they're liking, not liking, we're open to any kind of feedback.
You go, constructive criticism, because that's how we evolve, and that's how we make sure that the mission stays strong, gets even stronger, and reaches more people more effectively.
This is a community, so
your voice matters.
Your voice matters, totally.
It's not just ours.
It's not just ours.
Back and forth on this. But it's cool. It's cool to see this, man. This has been a very inspiring thing that we've been doing together, and I appreciate you for having the drive and the initiative to launch it back up, and to get back to the very reason we started this in the first place.
Exactly.
Keep up with each other, have inspiring conversations, make a positive difference in the world. I've been thinking about that because what I just said. Well, I haven't really put myself out there. I haven't really like gone to new events or told people about the podcast other than my friends, my family, my closest people. Why? Why not? What's kind of going on? And I feel like I'm once again finding myself in this cycle of where am I? What am I doing? Where's my life going? Uncertainty. Feeling as though, who am I really connected to? You know, what are my true connections? And then also, how do I get out of my shell? Because I feel like I'm coming back into a shell where I've got to grind. I've got to get things done. I've got to check my to-do list. I've got to be on top of my schedule, not get overwhelmed, not succumb to time blindness, and to make progress in my life. But I feel as though instead of counting on people for not even just support, but even just like being there for presence, for feeling rejuvenated by my community, I'm just like retreating into myself again. I'm kind of feeling like, am I doing something wrong? Have I not taken my tribe, my community seriously? Have I become complacent? Am I taking these connections for granted? And these are feelings that I'm finding myself kind of uncomfortable with, honestly.
Right.
I don't want to say I'm a bad person, but it's a slippery slope where I feel like, am I messing up here? Am I in the wrong? And like, what does it even really mean to have a tribe or a community?
Right.
When you're day to day, when you're busy, this is real life.
Yeah, I think that's a very fascinating point you're mentioning, and there's a lot of points that you cover, so I don't want to miss, and we can talk about really deep dive into all this, but I think first and foremost that question you just proposed, which is what exactly, I guess, really is a tribe in your day to day when you're got to be somewhere at a certain time, clock in, complete these tasks, clock out, get back to your home, you want to do this or that. And where is this tribe where very much we've, been, speaking in terms of who we are as human beings, have always been tribe focused, community focused, people focused, and the people around us. That's who we are. And I feel like our modern lives don't necessarily reflect that or even support it. But I think first and foremost, it's important to say that tribe to me sounds like very much we're talking about the community. And it's a group of people, a collective of people that are there to support you through different things that you're going through. And you mentioned some of them. You feel like you're being weighed down by a lot of things you're doing. You feel like you're running out of time. And there's so many things that I want to say, but I don't want to like put your feelings into a box here. But I get very passionate about this because I have very like hot feelings about this that I tend to be very like out there with. And I feel like I've had this conversation with you before.
Let's hear him, bro.
And I feel like it's rounding. I'm getting myself riled up to say it once again. I'm getting riled up here. I'm about to upset some people with what I'm about to say.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I think most people out there want a community, want a tribe, but they're not willing to put that work, that effort to actually have a tribe or a community. You don't simply get let into a community or a tribe without putting in the work or effort. And yes, there's work and effort to get into a tribe, a community, a group of people.
Dang.
And this is something Amadeo and I have gone back and forth where I am very aware about the amount of effort and time you have to put into a tribe, a community of people, and I'm constantly like feeding into that. And Amadeo sometimes has felt like, oh, it can feel like it's a lot, it's a burden, which it does sometimes, to be honest. But the thing about a tribe and a community is that for a community, you only get what you put into it. If you barely put anything, you won't get anything in return. If you invest your time, energy, and support for other people, they will be there for you. And this is in reference to, you might feel like there's so much weight in your shoulder, but this tribe and community is supposed to be there for you to help you lift that load off of your back. And it's not necessarily something that's sucking your time. I think it should be re-evaluated what that really means. Mm-hmm. I think communities need to stop looking as something that takes your time, and instead it's something that gives you time back by investing into it.
What brought you to that conclusion? What have you noticed about your own communities that has led to that awareness?
Well, first and foremost, what Be Somebody is, which really started as our friendship in middle school, high school, college, university, to adulthood. And very much this is me just really breaking down what a community into a very two-person relationship, so the point can come across, which is, if you go through something, you have someone to lean on that has your back. And if I'm going through something, I have someone I can lean on that has my back. And no one is gonna put that energy out there if you're not willing to also be there for someone.
Precisely. A tribe. Mm-hmm. It's a collective effort. Mm-hmm. It's a unified front. It's not just one person who's a leader and they're doing everything. Everyone else is the follower. They got to do another thing. Or it's just like everyone has their roles in isolation. Right. It's all siloed up. Mm-hmm. That doesn't exist. That doesn't work. That's not a community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because first and foremost, I mean, to put it in very, basic terms, back then we used to live in villages where someone was a specialty for something, someone else a specialty for something else, and we would all trade and work as a community and
contribute
as a whole. It was a ever growing, like a basket woven together, where each strand, as much as you pull it, is only unified because it leans on one another.
Yep.
That's what we've always been. And if you don't find your basket, you won't be able to carry your belongings.
I like that. Write that down.
That's a really bad analogy, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's I don't think the modern lifestyle is suitable for what we need, which is this tribe, this community.
Yeah, because everything is so automated. Everything is so simple and easy, on demand.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna bother talking to anybody. I'll just go get someone delivered. Mm-hmm. Like I don't need any favors from anybody. I'll just get someone else to do it. I'm literally outsourcing the community.
You're outsourcing the community. There you go.
Where it's like, no wonder I feel alone, because I haven't had any interaction. I haven't done anything. I haven't had like any reason to talk to people.
Exactly. You can order food through a button on your phone. Comes to your front door. You don't even have to talk to the person that brought it to you. Just open the door. It's there. Eat alone, throw it away, and back to what you're doing alone. What used to be this face-to-face experience of sharing a meal with someone. Oh, what do you recommend? This whole experience is now just a button.
Mm-hmm. His representatives is like, oh, I don't need a ride from anybody. I'll just get an Uber and spend $60.
Yeah. Instead
of like, oh, well, I don't want to inconvenience anybody. I don't want to be a burden.
Not even a Uber anymore. People are taking Waymos. I don't want to talk to anyone. A machine will.
There you go. Yeah, I don't even want another person in this vehicle.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's really, I've completely isolated myself.
Mm-hmm.
Simply through efficiency, through optimization.
Yeah.
I have bumped up my life to the point where I literally don't need another person at all.
Exactly.
And I was just, well, what do you have at the end of that?
Right.
What are your achievements if you can't share them with anybody?
Mm-hmm.
What's that expression? The fruits of your labor.
Fruits of your labor, yeah.
Are you gonna eat all that fruit?
Mm-hmm.
You can't eat all that. You gotta put them in a basket. You gotta share them with other people. There you go. We're trying to like take your down.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're just gonna stuff your face with a bunch of fruit.
Right.
You're not gonna like that fruit anymore after a while.
Yeah.
And then it's just gonna go bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's way too far down the metaphorical.
And I do want to clarify, like, I think we are speaking about something greater in terms of, people have family, people have, their high school group of friends, maybe a partner. I think what we're referring to is something greater, which is, I guess I almost even want to coin the term of like your second social circle, which is outside from immediate family, other groups of people.
Your second family.
Yeah, other groups of people that bring you joy, and you can socialize with. And I think so much of this is rooted with the idea that it's so much more harder to make friends when you reach a certain point in your life. And I think that's really kind of the nutshell of what we're discussing, which is, why is it so hard to make friends as an adult? Why is it so hard to make friends after university? Why is it so hard to make friends after college, after you move to a new town? Our current lifestyles aren't built for us to have community. There's a huge thing I'm always referring to, which is there's no third spaces here in the United States.
Third spaces, what is that?
So what a third space is a place that's not your home, that's not your work, where you can go hang out, where it's open to the public, where people can go play, cook, watch the sunset. Traditionally in other countries, it's like a plaza, it's a park. And I know there's parks here, but in terms of, there's different things that are lacking it to make it accessible to everyone. Transportation, not everyone can just, walk over. And, this isn't a bar. This isn't a club. This isn't these other things that, require you to spend money. It's just a place that's open for you to hang out with someone else without the effort of having to pay to enter or having a barrier for you to enter. And I think that the lack of third spaces, along with just the way our cities are built, it just lacks the ability for people just to honestly just make friends when you're older. It's a lot harder. And, I think there's a reason why I don't think people just woke up and wanted to start running and wanted to start joining run clubs. I think it all came from this feeling of people wanting to find community and interact with other people. And I think people are generally just tired of going to work, coming back, and not doing anything. And that's why I think there's so many things popping up. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to run, but, there's what I'm trying to say is that I think there is that craving for more. And it's hard because I think everyone is asking themselves, oh, I resonate with what you're saying. I feel lonely. You just mentioned that you felt a certain type of way this past week. And it's kind of like, how do I even start to find a tribe, find a community, find somewhere that I click or I fit in?
Initiative. Finding it. Giving that effort. It's work.
Yeah.
It's effort. It's discovery. You gotta have that action where you go out there, dig through whatever's going on in your city, whatever, anything that you're interested in. It helps to live in a in a huge metropolitan area where there are so many people, so many things going on all the freaking time. But whatever you're interested in, I'm sure you can find someone else who's also interested in the same thing.
What would you say to someone that feels too tired to go after work, that feels maybe, let's be honest, scared to put themselves out there? It is hard to kind of join a group and not know anyone, or you're the new person there. You're the new member, and everyone, knows the ropes, has these relationships, and you're kind of there just laughing at the group jokes, but you feel off.
Certainly. Okay. I think those are perfectly valid. It's okay to miss out on an event or to cancel plans simply because of I'm just not in the right space for that right now. A little overwhelmed, tired, whatever that might be. That's valid. I would also like to say and propose this other alternative, because I've felt this as well. Meeting other people can actually bring you energy, can balance out the negativity or like this exhaustion that you might feel, where it feels like a second win, where it feels like, yeah, you're bouncing back, or even you've come back to baseline. So other people can give you, they don't necessarily have to like align perfectly with like your job or with your career, and then like give you, I don't know, career advice or whatever's going on with that, or like support you with, I don't know, anything related to work. But you can find inspiration and energy and I guess just that boost that you may need to continue on with your day, your week, your month, your career path. Having people around who you can speak to, who you can share your thoughts with, who you can go out and enjoy the world with. That contributes to overall well-being. That contributes to a lifestyle where you begin to see more and more possibilities, where you begin to see that I have a life beyond just grinding. I have a life beyond just my career ambitions. I have a life beyond my hobbies or whatever it is that I invest solitary time in.
Yeah.
And like, even though I may feel, oh man, like I have so much on my plate, every day is just another marathon, another sprint. How am I, like, where is that, dude? Like, how do I find the time to make those connections if I'm just go? You have to.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like what I'm gathering from you is that you kind of have to embrace the suckness, the awkwardness,
the
sucky part of putting yourself out there. And although it might feel like, oh, I'm still tired, I don't feel like I'm getting it back. I think it's one of those things where it's like long term, it's an investment. And just to put it in parallel with, I just don't understand why people are willing to put in the hard hours at work, at their careers, work themselves like crazy hours, but they're not willing to put that same effort to their social lifestyle, their personal life, their tribe, their community, where arguably you would get just as much return, if not more, from investing in a community.
Exactly. Why are you giving your career your all and your relationships the bare minimum?
If people only invested, instead of doing the extra, 4 day, and again, this is all in the means that you don't need the financially work and whatnot, trying to be respectful for that. But if you put in that effort towards a community, towards a lifestyle, towards a tribe, the returns in that is just as beneficial as I'm mentioning as a career. But it's just not thought about that way through society. And again, I think it's based on your culture, where you're at, that what people value and what people don't value.
It transcends monetary value. Just because your friends aren't paying you by the hour or giving you an annual salary doesn't mean that they aren't worth keeping around. Doesn't mean that they aren't valuable. Like, these connections can, like I mentioned, directly contribute to the path of your life, the course of your career.
Yeah, totally.
They can give you new inspiration that you had no idea that you never would have come to if you were by yourself in your room in the dark, racking your brain, trying to come up with new ideas. It's simply, we are social creatures. We are people who thrive in environments where we have people we trust,
right?
People that we can turn to.
And I think something else to mention is that we're saying all these things, and the listener thinks to themselves, yeah, of course I want to have time to go meet up with my friends that have been inviting me to go rock climbing with them, meet up with my friends that do pick up pickleball. Of course I want to go start learning Spanish and do Spanish language after at a bar. Of course I want to do all these things, but I'm working on a promotion right now, but I have this project that's incoming, but I have this other thing I'm working on. And they just keep putting it off, waiting for like the right situation. And I think first and foremost, this applies to so many things, but there really is never a right time to do something.
No.
I think us people are always hoping for the right moment. And this applies to relationships. This applies to everything of just the right, the what if this, what if that, let me just do this or that. It's never right. There's never a right time to do something.
Yeah. It's like, let me disappear for 6 months and I'll come back when I got the perfect understanding, when I got the new apartment, when I got the new job.
Once I get the promotion, once I get This
Once
project you have to
once
go
all
on.
these things fall into place, then I'll go
Right.
find a community.
Mhm.
Then I'll go make new friends.
Mhm.
Then I'll go nurture my existing relationships. Then I'll call my parents every week.
Mhm. Exactly.
There will never be a perfect opportunity.
Mhm.
Like you will miss the perfect opportunity by waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Exactly.
It will just fly by. You won't even see it because you're so distracted
Mhm.
by what you don't have, as
Yeah.
opposed to reflecting on and appreciating what you do. And other people can help you see that as well. So, for me, thinking about it, because I'm gonna keep it real.
Mhm.
I'm that person where I feel I'm tired, dude. I need
Mhm.
my space. It's been a big week. I got lots going on. I can't keep up with 50 people at the same time. I can't be
Mhm.
driving all the way across town and back just to, I don't know, play a board game or see a movie or have a heart to heart. Why? Why? Why do I feel that way? Am I exhausted? Am I afraid? Am I what? What is it? Because dude, bro, I can't think of a time that I went and spent some time with good people or I met new people and I felt regret and I
Mhm.
felt like I'd
Yeah.
lost something that I could
Mhm.
have gained if I were by myself.
Mhm.
Because I know that I have my personal ambitions. I know that I have my personal schedule and I know what I want to do and I want to get it done. I want to go at it.
Mhm.
And I know only I can really do what I guess what I'm trying to say is like I know what I need to do,
Mhm.
but it doesn't mean that other people can't help me in the way that that support can,
Mhm.
in the way that just simply existing with someone else. And I suppose if it's appropriate, sharing your experiences, talking about
Right.
work if that's what you want to do, but it doesn't even have to be about that.
Mhm.
Just giving yourself the permission. It's taking the load off, you know?
Mhm.
Hang your hat.
Hang your hat. Take it off. You know, I'm hearing so much of what you're saying, and I think a lot of it relates to we were talking earlier this week about running, and
Yeah.
Amadeo and I are both going to be running a half marathon in May this year, and this feeling of oh, the runner's high. We were describing it how yes you ran, and yes it was painful, and yes it was tough, but you never leave a run thinking, oh, I regret doing that. You're always leaving thinking, I'm glad I did that. That felt good for my soul, and I know it's good for my overall health long term. Why can't you apply that same logic to what we're talking about spending time with the tribe, with the community, with friends? Because at the end of the day, it very much is good for your overall health.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Letting you breathe, letting you, sometimes you need someone to, blow off some steam, talk things out about what's going on at work, what's going on over here, over there, these projects, and that's why this tribe is there.
And here's the thing. Your village, your community, they're meant to be there through challenging times, not after the challenging times have been overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the purpose. That's the point of
Right.
having people that you trust, that you can count on, that you have their back, they have yours. If you're going through something, if you're struggling, if something's just tough to handle, there you go. Those people have your back. They want to hear it. They want to talk about it. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. Get distracted. Let's go on a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I don't know. Just have a good time together.
Yeah.
Or if you really want to talk about it, let's have a heart to heart. Let's hear it. Let me hear what you got to say. This doesn't have to be suffered in isolation. You don't have to go through this stuff alone.
Mm-hmm.
This isolation doesn't make you like the iron person.
Right.
This bulletproof, unstoppable, invincible superhero.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that. And you don't have to be the perfect person in the perfect place at the perfect time to have a great community, to find strong connections.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was thinking, is it because I don't find value in my community? Or do I have the wrong circle? No, that's not it. I'm just not trying hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
And you really have to step up, especially when it feels difficult, especially when it feels inconvenient. But because that's what it is now. Like we said, it's effort and it's work. It's not effortless anymore. We can't just show up the next day and everyone's together again in the same place like we were in middle school and high school. And Yeah, and in college as well, where you have that structure, you have that routine. We kind of expect, we kind of know what to expect day to day, and we kind of know each other's schedules, so we can like perfectly slot in, and it's easy to keep up with people. There's just that proximity. But once you all disperse and go out into the real world, different schedules, different cities,
Yeah.
different, I don't know, priorities.
Right.
That's when your connections are tested. That is when your community becomes more important than ever. Yet, that's also when it disappears. It's most likely to disappear. So at the critical moment, it flies out the window if you're not careful.
Yeah.
And that's just be somebody who creates that initiative.
Yeah. I agree. And I think that moment you're talking about is when so many people forget about it, forget about the tribe, and you then find these people feeling like I'm describing, where it's, why is it so hard to make friends at this age, where they're kind of like pick their heads up after, grinding in the career and the work, and looking at me like, whoa, I feel so alone. So
where'd everybody go?
Exactly. And it very much is tied to that, where they look around, they realize, whoa, it's gone. And I think we're saying so many things here, and they're all important things. We're not just saying things, but I think first and foremost, just getting back to your question in terms of community is built. It doesn't just fall in your lap. It's not just given to you. But how can one person start building that tribe, that community, day by day?
Recognize where you may have pride and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Choose to eliminate your pride. So that means following up. That means taking the initiative. That means being the person who's making the plans, who's double texting. That's a little redundant, but that's what I'm trying to say. Just make it more clear. Like, don't be afraid to be the person who's actually trying to make things happen, because that's what begins the flow. That's what begins this process where it just rolls. It just rolls and rolls and rolls, and then it compounds, and there you go. You have a community. You have people who are there for you, and you're there for them. So get out there. Recognize that, yes, it's okay and it's valid to not be on 10, on 100 all the time, and to take a break if you feel like you need to rest, because rest is very important. But also recognize when you're not doing it simply because like, this is gonna take too much from me. It's been a long week, I probably shouldn't do it. Try to listen to yourself. Are you making an excuse? Or is this really how you feel? For me, at least, I've been making excuses. And I know I can be a stronger community member, a villager, a friend, a son, a brother.
So overall, what it sounds like we're saying is these are like the kind of 3 things we kind of hit on, which was taking the initiative, to wanting to put yourself out there, wanting to find that tribe, build that tribe.
Yep.
And it sounds like, first and foremost, as we're saying, it is challenging sometimes, but naturally with anything, there's imperfections to it. So the second one being embracing the imperfection, accepting that it is going to be hard sometimes after work, after a long shift, making the effort, putting yourself out there, it being a bit awkward, approaching a new group, being that new member of something. But that's part of it, because you're joining it. And lastly, what you just mentioned, which was
the follow-up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's no shame in double texting. There's no shame in triple texting.
Right.
Making it happen. Because also someone who values community and who values their friendships, they're not going to be too quick to jump to the conclusion that you're being rejected. Like, oh, no one responded to my text. They must all not mess with me, and they must all hate me, and they must all just not want to be doing this anymore.
Right.
So I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to throw it all away and go find some new friends, or even worse, just isolate myself.
Right. Totally.
Feel dejected, feel rejected.
Yeah. And I think just to throw it out there, so no one feels like, oh, we didn't give any actual steps to do it, or active next step. There's many things you can do out there. There's tons of websites like Meetup. There's tons of your local pick up insert sport that you like to play. There's your there's tons of clubs to learn languages. There's tons of book clubs. There's so many things out there that you can find your community, your people, and it just goes from there. So, take that first step to, find something that you're passionate, or you're not even passionate, just interested. Something like, oh, I grew up really liking this board game, and there's other people out there that like that. Yeah.
It also doesn't stop at physical communities. You can have perfectly healthy, supportive online communities as well.
Yeah, totally. Like
be somebody.
Like be somebody. Exactly. Let us know what cool, fun things you like in the comment section.
Essentially, it's all the same. People who want to see you succeed, people who want the best for you, and you want the best for them.
Yeah.
And it's all just nurturing those relationships so that we may feel like we matter, like we're important, because we are. And who better to share all these amazing, incredible things with than with your people?
Yeah. Just take that first step.
There's nothing wrong with taking the first step. There's nothing wrong with like getting out there. And all for me, it's also realizing like, you know what, I went through my thing, and I may have, I may have overlooked the importance of community for a long time, and I may have been kind of like caught up in my own thing just because I was just so interested in, God, just doing my making progress in life. I don't know, achieving this, achieving that, getting this done, working on this project. Oh, now I got to focus on this.
But that's what I'm saying is your community can help you and will help you achieve that and get that done.
Yeah. Because I was so worried about like, well, if I step away, if I'm not focused, if I'm not grinding, if I'm not just like in my head about all this, it's gonna slip away from me.
Yeah.
Like if I don't have that grip, it's gone, and it needs to be all me, dude. And then all of a sudden, yeah, like when you mentioned, you look up after the work is done, then you text a chat, I made it, guys, and no one gets back to you because no one's there anymore. They're done, dude. They moved on. Yeah, they found a different community. Yeah. A different tribe.
But it's a matter of taking that first step. And I think for me, what I'm gonna take away from this conversation is that third step. I think following up. I think there's some people I need to follow up on that things slipped through the rocks at. Send that another message of, hey, let's talk, let's catch up, let's go do this activity that we stopped doing together. Yeah,
because you said that as well in an earlier episode where you're not afraid to follow up.
Yeah.
There's a certain point, of course, when all you hear is silence and there's nothing really going on. It's just like, okay, well.
And that's a topic for another episode.
We could jump back, but we've also touched on this in a previous topic as well. So
look at our previous episodes.
All right, y'all. It's about that time. You know what time it is?
Let me put you on.
Let's
do it. And for those that don't know, Let Me Put You On is a segment where we share to the audience something we've been consuming, something we've been enjoying, whether it's a product, whether it's a piece of art, whether it's a piece of literature, whether it's a piece of anything that has impacted our lives, made our lives easier. And we just want to put you onto it. Maybe you'll find the same enjoyment that we have.
Yeah. From us to you. So what you got?
Okay, so mine is salsa classes.
Hey.
And no, it's not because I watched the Bad Bunny halftime show. It's generally because I've been wanting for a while now to learn how to dance salsa, which is different than stuff I learned how to dance growing up. This is a little bit different. And so far it's been really fun. I've been enjoying it. It's challenging. It's rewarding. And it's a great way to make a community and find a tribe, like we're talking about.
Yeah. I never feel anxious about having to dance at a party again.
Oh no, I still feel it, but now I feel less anxious for sure.
I wouldn't.
But I'm not a pro at all. Like, so people be
even if
real pros.
Even if you just hit it by yourself.
Yeah. I could manage, but I'm not a pro or anything.
Can you dance also by yourself?
You could like do the moves by yourself. Yeah, you can. No, you can.
And that's the magnet you need for.
Yeah. Then you go and
for a partner to join you.
Exactly. But yeah, it's been fun.
Okay.
Try it out.
Salsa classes. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about dance classes. Trying to just get in my body. Get all the
Dude, let's do it,
subconscious
man.
out.
Come to the studio I've been going to.
Salsa, hip hop. You see me dancing hip hop? You picture that?
No.
There you go. Trying to do something that even like
There you go.
even the people around you don't picture you doing, but that
But
that you can try.
prove
it
me
anyway.
wrong. Prove me wrong.
So we'll follow up on that. 6 months from now,
All right.
I don't know if we'll be dancing salsa together, but
next to each other.
we'll be hosting an official contest,
Be somebody's salsa.
the Be Somebody Dance Global
There you go.
tournament.
But what about you? What's your let me put you on?
My Let Me Put You On, man, is something that I've thought about for a very long time,
Okay.
and it's how I deal with procrastination.
Okay.
This is a 2-minute tip that I use every single day to actually get something done.
Okay. Let's
that
hear
I
it.
dread to get done.
Let's hear it.
So, as we know, procrastination isn't about laziness, isn't about, you're just not like capable of doing something.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply fear. It's avoidance. It's an overwhelming emotion related to, like, I suppose, the potential consequences of a task, or even just the amount of work required to complete a task. You're kind of you're at the foot of the tower,
Mm-hmm.
and you just can't picture yourself taking the first step and start climbing up.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing, instead of stopping myself at the very beginning and not making any progress, I sit down, I set a 2-minute timer, and I'm going to just start walking one step at a time. By the end of 2 minutes, I've already made enough progress where I feel as though, okay, I'm already getting started. I can kind of feel like momentum building. Let's get something done. I never would have gotten to that point if I didn't actually force myself to set a little timer. It could be 2 minutes, it could be 5, it could be 10, whatever you think you need to do to actually make a meaningful first step. So that could be setting up a file. It could be writing the first sentence or two of an essay. It could be whatever it is that you're avoiding right now. Start tackling it one little piece at a time. But get started, get the momentum. That's like the starting pistol, that 2-minute timer.
I like that. I like that.
Okay. Well, it's like,
All
all
right.
right, well, like, I'm getting started. I might as well keep going. And so far, it's been helping me out. 2-minute timer. Try it for yourself.
Check it out.
Let me know what you think. Because, bro, remember in high school, we called
Yeah.
ourselves. We had a little name for our friend group.
We've talked about this previous episodes, but we used to call ourselves Pro United, which was Procrastinators United.
Called ourselves the Procrastinators Union.
But it sounds like we beat it.
With 2 minutes at a time, right?
2 minutes at a time. All right, y'all, check it out.
It's possible. That was Let Me Put You On.
Let me put you on.
Simple tips, things that we enjoy, that we think you will too.
Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, that concludes our episode this week. Thank you so much for tuning in one last time. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate everyone once again for, as always, taking the time to tune in. This was another episode, classic episode.
We'll catch y'all next week with another community episode, so stay tuned. All right, y'all. Take care. My name's Enrique.
My name's Amadeo. Hey everybody, it's Amadeo.
And Enrique.
We want to let you know that we're your friends, but we are not licensed therapists. This podcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. This podcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional.